Hey guys, pull up a chair, because it's time to talk about movies. Today we are talking about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I'm talking about it with Mike.
What's up?
Russell.
Hi.
And I'm everybody's favorite chubby fluffer, Winnie the Pooh. Seems very appropriate.
Fluff my chubby.
I'm just glad that he's now in the,
Yum.
public domain.
Is that how this worked?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering how they got.
Apparently, they made him
the
look so
okay.
awful though because he can't look like the original. Because the original's still copyrighted, but it's public domain.
Right, yeah, because the original story, so we're clear, came out in 1926, so it's now in public domain. However, the red-shirted Pooh that we all know and love was picked up by and created that way by Disney long after 1926, so they can't use any of that, which is why he's in overalls and a plaid shirt.
I was gonna say the flannel.
I wonder how the original author would feel about this movie if they were alive.
Just horrible, horrible things.
Hey! What are you guys talking about?
It was a masterpiece.
It makes it
He
sound
would be
like
ashamed.
you don't like this.
No. That he'd be ashamed that he didn't think of it.
Oh, yeah, it's true. I was excited to watch this movie.
I was too, sadly.
So I seen it a long time ago, and I'm like, oh my god, they turned Winnie the Pooh into a slasher. And I'm like, yes, I want to watch it, but like nobody I knew wanted to watch it with me. So I'm like, well, that sucks. I'm not going to watch it then.
So I created the show to make people watch the movie.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Someone I was talking to around here said that they had known a bunch of people that wanted to watch that movie and didn't make it through the movie. So I'm like, oh my god, that makes me so much more intrigued to see how bad this really is. Now, before we continue in the story, because it gets real deep real quick, we got some facts.
Holy shit.
Can you see them from here?
Not at all.
I am surprised that it made 6 million.
Yes.
I was shocked by that too. Did you hear they're making a second one?
Yes. And the guy, facts are this. This movie came out January 26th of 2023. I know. Okay, has a runtime of 1 hour and 24 minutes, which is a bit shocking to me.
That was my favorite part. That was my favorite part.
That it was an hour and 24 minutes?
Yes, because about 15 minutes in, I checked the time, and I was going to cry if it was 2 hours.
I want to talk about that.
I want to talk about longer than the last one.
I was so happy it was an hour.
This movie does, at some point, bend the fabric of time and space. But I'm going to argue the beginning, and we'll get there. Okay, so this had a budget of less than $100,000. I don't know what the actual numbers are. It was less than $100,000. And yes, I don't know if it made more than this, but as of this article that I read, it made over $6 million, which is awesome. Good for you. It was directed by, and I think I'm saying his name right.
Oh, yeah, it's a name.
Rhys Frake Waterfield. I think it's Rhys. I think it's Rhys.
Rise.
What is it?
No.
Isn't it spelled like
Rice.
R-H-Y-S?
Yes. I listened to an interview and the the guy got his name wrong and he was saying Reese, but he had a thick English accent. So I think it was Reese, but came off like Reese when he said it because of his accent. So I'm sticking with Reese. Okay? Could be wrong. He directed this. And you know what? He will not see the show. But
Fair.
if he does, I want him to know that I admire him. I have a deep admiration for
I like
Mr.
what he's
Waterfield.
trying to do right now.
He, for 8 years, I think it might have been a little over 8 years, worked at an energy plant, like a consumer's energy type situation, and then just decided he wants to make movies. And in the past, I think maybe 2 years, has produced, I think, 40 movies.
Holy crap! I thought you were gonna say 4.
No, like 40. Like he was involved in them. He produced them. So I don't know exactly what that all entails. Maybe threw some money, helped with, all the preparation and whatnot. And I think this might be like his passion project, and wrote it.
There wasn't really any story.
Yeah, no. Oh my god, that's my biggest problem. That's my biggest problem.
But when you're making 40 movies in 2 years,
yeah,
you don't have time to write. Okay,
you really
you just start
don't.
filming.
You really don't. But yeah, so I admire him to just like one day be working at like his power plant energy factory job, doing whatever it is he does, and just be like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to make some movies. That's great. I want to do that. I just don't have the resources to do
You have the
that.
balls.
I don't have the balls.
Grow some balls.
I should grow some balls. So yes, I admire you for your passion. That's amazing. However, this movie, okay, this is where me and you differ, Russell. The first 15 minutes, I loved it. I was on board. I'm like, this is great.
I was too. I really liked like the hand drawn little like animations they had going and everything.
Yes.
I thought
That
this
was the best part.
that was my favorite part.
Sadly, it was.
When it
really
started
was.
up with that, I'm like, this is pretty good.
They told the backstory of Christopher Robin and his friends in Hundred Acre Wood and how he left to go to college and left them there to starve. And then they had to fend for themselves, and they got really pissed off at
I
Christopher.
mean, you see how fat Pooh was? He's fending pretty well.
Yeah, I know. We'll get there.
Well, he got better at it as time went on.
Yeah, clearly.
And so they got really pissed and evil and had a bloodlust on anything human.
Well, no, it was their pact, their deal they made because they had to eat Eeyore to survive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. They did eat
So they were
Eeyore.
upset and they're like, no, we'll never trust humans again, basically.
But did
Yeah.
Eeyore even care?
Eeyore's probably like, I'd do it too.
Yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't care. But yeah, I loved all this, although the backstory really was cracking me up because Christopher Robin's pals were originally like stuffed animals, right? Am I wrong? I think that's correct.
I don't even know what they were supposed to be. I
think-
think they were implied they were little weird creatures in this one.
Yeah, well, exactly, because they said something. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute here. They said that they were crossbred. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute here. They're very humanish. So I'm thinking there's some backwoods, hills have eyes type dudes back
Yeah.
there
That's what it looked like.
making love with
That's-
all of God's little creatures.
That's kind of what came across.
It's called science. Okay?
Yeah, because like I'm thinking like,
Evolution.
and then Christopher Robin found these abominations.
I mean,
or
clearly,
something.
physically, he's superior to any of us.
Who? Christopher Robin?
Pooh. He's got like, what's his face? Like the Michael Myers body going.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, in an interview, that is what he was going for. He wanted to
Yeah.
create a Michael Myers like slasher type esque creature person thing.
Kind
I
of wish
don't
they
know.
hadn't gone in that direction.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have either. Because okay, that's how this all starts. Is Christopher Robin leaves, they're starving, they eat Eeyore, they hate all things human, fantastic. And then Christopher Robin comes back with Mary, who by the way looks like she needs some sleep. I'm sorry, this poor girl.
She's been in all 40 of these movies.
She is working around the clock on all these movies. She has dark circles like me and bags for days, and I'm like, damn girl, like seriously. But okay. Mary, his fiance, which he calls his wife, he's trying to show her that Pooh really does exist. Pooh exists.
Didn't have to take her out to the woods to see that.
Pooh is real.
Yes.
And I can appreciate the start for the fact that we are thrust in to danger and killing immediately.
I was gonna say it started quick. I was like, because I was thinking they were gonna be the characters through the whole movie.
Yeah, I
was
did
like,
too.
Yeah.
I was like, this is starting out fast.
One would think.
I thought the movie was like 10 minutes because then
It could have actually
I thought
just
that was it.
ended after he gets dragged away and they show the picture of him getting onto the hole.
It could, because it's almost like we have two separate stories, two
Yeah.
separate movies, and it makes zero sense because I liked the beginning, and even when it hit the title, I looked at the time and we're about 15 minutes in, I'm like, man, I don't know where this is going, but if the rest of the movie's like this, it's going to be pretty damn good.
it wasn't.
I feel
It
like
really-
the majority of the budget did go into those first 15 minutes before the title screen. Because after that, it just felt like some teenagers in the woods with a handy cam.
Yes, it feels like they just rented like an Airbnb, which nothing wrong with that. They filmed pretty much in like one
I hope it was
location. Well, I'm assuming it was probably pretty cheap. They filmed in like one location, and yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing. Here's the thing: there's nothing really great about the locations. There's nothing great about the story or the dialogue or the acting, which I can't wait to get into.
I have to say, before he got all gross looking, Christopher Robin was looking like a discounted, like Justin Timberlake.
Yes, fuck Christopher Robin. What a little bitch! I should have known from the storybooks and your little ass shorts when his when his wife was getting strangled.
He tried
Pooh,
to-
no.
He-
Why? No, Piglet.
Piglet,
yeah.
No. Why are you doing this, Piglet? We used to be friends. Stop it, my wife. He did nothing.
He pulled on the chains for like 1 second. He's like, he could just bring to physical labor, I guess.
He just sat on the sidelines.
I was wondering
It
about
was
that as well.
maybe like a weird fantasy that he wanted to see happen anyways. So he's like, I don't want this, but I want this.
And I feel like for him, there was no dialogue. It's like, hey, Christopher, we want you to improv everything. Because even later on, when other people are getting killed or whatever, he's like, no, why are you doing this? No, we used to be friends. No. And it just
Like, the scene where he gets rescued, too, is really confusing, because the first thing he tells them is like, no, go on without me.
oh,
Like, immediately.
we will get there too. Because I hated, oh my God, I hated that scene.
Well, wait. Before we continue, didn't
Okay.
you think it was weird when he's gonna go see Pooh and he still thinks like they're all friends and they're all good, and he
It's only
sees
been
like
5 years.
yeah, he sees like that finger painting
Oh,
and
yeah.
goes from like these guys are my friends to we must hide immediately.
Which is weird because we never seen what was on there, right?
No,
Yeah.
It was, I guess it was a picture of him, I don't know, like, it looked like blood or something all over it.
yeah, but still like you
It's
see
like-
one like drawing and suddenly like I need to get out of here.
Yeah. Well, I think
Seemed
Also,
odd.
was
it
it
just
like-
changed real fast?
I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'll be honest with you, I'm having a hard time remembering a lot of this movie, but wasn't it Mary who said something about hiding? Which,
Yeah.
by the way, if I were her, I'd be freaking the fuck out too. Because she's under the impression Christopher's weird, imaginary, anthropomorphic friends live here.
Yeah.
And now she hears somebody coming and she's like, shit, we are trespassing.
That's more what it felt like.
Right.
Was-
That's what I was getting.
I didn't get why Christopher 1 minute is like I got to see my friends and then instantly he's terrified of them without even seeing them yet.
That was jarring, as is the rest of this movie. Just
Also,
throwing that out there.
a little bit I was confused on. He's like, he's like, it's not quite what I remembered. There was like a whole ass house and trailers and busted up pickup trucks out there. Was it always like that? Was it like that when he was a kid too?
Oh.
Were they always rednecks living out in the
I
woods?
feel like it's like salvage
Or-
yard and shit.
Yeah, I was really confused.
And
by
I thought that was really funny too because when he went there, I was expecting it to be the complete opposite. You know, normally when a kid goes back to like where they grew up, they're like, oh man, this place is a lot smaller than I remember. And he's like, man, this place is so much bigger than I remember. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I was like, okay, you know, they made some additions, I guess. It happens. People expand. We are now introduced. Okay, we go through the title screen and all that shit and the credits, blah, blah, blah. Movie starting, okay? And we're introduced to, I only know this because I wrote it down. I think the main girl's name is Jessica. I don't know any other names.
Wasn't one Marie or something
Maybe.
or Mary?
See? We don't know. We don't
know.
know. I don't know any other names. It's a mess. These girls, throughout this entire movie, have one job. One job, ladies. You have to be scared. This is a horror movie.
It'd be hot.
That's probably honestly
Like the
what it
one
was.
in the
Oh!
tub with the like fucking beach ball boobs.
Wait, no, we will get to her. There will be a time for all of this, okay? These girls cannot act scared. Look, kudos to all of you. You look comfortable on camera, and that is more than a lot of these other movies
I
we've
got.
seen. They look comfortable on camera. Great. But you cannot act scared, and that is what this movie needs, is to be scared. It's a horror movie, and you are being terrorized and going to be killed, essentially.
It's got to be like part on the director as well, because the part I was confused about is when they pull up to that gas station.
Yes.
It's like a rundown, collapsing building. Mm-hmm. And she goes in like, "Hey, what do the pumps work?"
Yes.
Not only does she find someone in there, they're working, but as he's like, "No, the pumps don't work. You've seen them."
Yeah.
She's like, dumb fucker. 2 more customers walk in.
I'd be the same way though, because okay, I think her name is Jessica. I know that because I wrote it down. But we start because she's seeing her therapist because we get this weird backstory that doesn't really go anywhere of how she's being stalked by this creepy old dude.
Well, that's how we get to the gun, isn't it?
Sure.
Isn't that why there's a gun there? Because she's worried about this stalker coming and like raping her, so she carries this gigantic gun with her at all times.
Yes.
Is that how they got the gun? I had
I
no
don't
idea.
know.
I
I
was
think
just
so.
wondering,
I
is like,
assume.
because they're in England, aren't they?
I don't know what
everybody and their mom
country.
has a gun. Is that what you're saying?
I thought it was like a third world country because she thought that gas station, which is a normal place,
Oh my God,
that was
yes.
still
I
working,
didn't
and it looked
think
like
of
it
that. I
was
was just
abandoned
thinking,
for 20 years.
It's impossible to get guns over there, from what I've heard. Like,
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
like you have to have license and reason and all that stuff. So it's like shouldn't just have that.
Right. Oh, I mean, I guess if she's got a reason.
That's
for
why she only got
stalker.
one bullet for it. She
Apparently.
one shot.
Stupid, like Barney Fife. Because he only loaded one bullet, right?
I don't remember.
What?
I don't remember.
Thanks for laughing at a joke you didn't get.
Yeah,
You made me
just-
feel good for a second.
Just play into the camera.
But yeah, no, I agree 100% on the gas station thing.
I was
'Cause-
so confused during that whole scene.
Yeah, she was going there because the therapist was like, you need to disconnect from this world and calm down and recenter and take a
Go
break.
to a
Blah,
resort.
blah, blah.
Why the fuck are you in the middle of the woods?
Yeah. Well, cause, she's going to get away from the world. She's going to disconnect, I think is maybe what they said. But it doesn't matter. So on the way there, she stops at the most dilapidated, rundown gas station that is plastered with missing persons flyers all over the window. There are so many red flags with this place. And she's just like, no, doesn't look like anybody's out here. I'll go inside.
Also, like the 100 Acre Wood sign looked like it was written in blood.
Yeah, there's some real stretches to connect Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh? Winnie the Pooh.
the Pooh.
There's some real stretches to connect this. It's very loose. Winnie the Pooh in here is very loose. Okay, that's all I'm getting at. And so so we're forgetting Christopher Robin, which I'm assuming you're supposed to believe he's dead. He may or may not be, for those of you who hate spoilers. And yeah, she goes to the gas station. She finally makes her way to the cabin where she meets up with her friends. Which this story, these people. Okay, do they have more than one car? Right? Because did they drive separately?
I think so.
I thought so too.
The one friend was showing up late, so there was definitely supposed to be two cars.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
at
okay.
least.
So there's a couple of cars because I want to remember that when we get to something later on. That I'm like, what the hell, guys? Come on, seriously. So she's looking for gas. She's got to go farther down the road. While this is happening, one of my favorite scenes happens, and I am so excited to talk about this. You have no idea. Okay, there's a girl who's lost.
Oh,
Okay, she is lost. I think she makes a phone call or something. She's outside of her car. I don't know how any of this even goes down anymore, but it is absolutely ridiculous. She's calling to figure out where she needs to go, and I think she sees Piglet, right? In the woods, or is that Pooh?
She saw one of them.
I think actually no. I think it might have been Winnie the Pooh. Doesn't matter. So I don't know why. I'm not sure why, but she runs into this pole barn situation. While she gets into a scuffle with Winnie the Pooh, I swear to God, it is like a magic trick. Her shirt disappears, and I'm like, from one scene to the next, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What did I miss? And I rewound it, and it comes off so fast.
The second Pooh touches it, it falls off her.
He has that effect on women, though. Yeah.
Like, seriously,
It's the crossbreeding.
I like was dying, so I back it up because I had
Oh,
to.
yeah, of
And-
course. I gotta investigate these titties
I'm going frame by frame, and I'm watching this. No joke, seriously. If you watch it, I don't even know how the hell her shirt comes off. It is so damn fast.
Those tearaway pants.
Seriously, and I'm dying because I'm thinking, okay, so it's this kind of movie, which, by the way, only time.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was gonna happen again, though. with
Yeah.
the beach ball boobs.
You get that sense you're gonna get a little bit more, but it's just it's a tease. It's just a tease. But they go to this cabin. All these people are there, and I think everybody's under the impression that this is going to be a fun time, and I think her name is Jessica, drops this whole drama bomb of, guys, I have a stalker. And I almost died. And I'm like, what? Who does this? I would invite a whole bunch of people like, hey, let's have fun at my cabin. Hey, guys, I almost died. I have somebody stalking me. They tried to touch me in my sleep. And I am scared for my life.
You've never been out with a bunch of girlfriends. You don't know what it's like.
I don't, but what kind of retreat is this?
You know?
A normal one?
I feel like this is something
be.
you
We
might
don't
want to. I feel like this is something you might address before. Like, look, guys, I'm having some sort of crazy life crisis. There's a stalker. I don't want to be alone right now. I need some company. I want to go to this cabin, whatever. Why do you gather people up and then drop something like that? It's so weird.
Because one of them knew, because she's like, oh, it's not my place to tell.
Oh, yeah, one of them didn't.
Oh, shit.
So one of them knew. But
Okay,
That's right.
I don't know why they gathered at the cabin to tell everyone that.
They're sisters in soul. And they need to share that information.
I thought it was
Sure.
funny that this person who played the stalker also played Piglet.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nice. Good for that guy.
Yeah. So apparently, I was reading some stuff online about this, and apparently there's a few scenes where the masks are coming off and you can see their faces.
That would make sense, but I did not notice
I didn't catch
that.
any of that.
I'll have to go back and check. Well, I'm not going to go back. I said that just as a reflex, I think.
Go back and check. You just go back to the shirt off scene.
No faces are coming off here. Only shirts. I think from this point, it's safe to go to the jacuzzi. We can go to the jacuzzi with, I'm assuming she's a influencer, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
chick that's like, gotta go check out my bedroom also while I'm changing my clothes. The weird camera photo shoot thing
Yeah.
she had to do.
Yeah. And by the way, her
Who's doing
pictures
that?
that she takes are awful.
Yeah. Did you notice in the jacuzzi, though? She's in the hot tub taking the pictures, and then she's looking at them. They're not the pictures she took.
No, yeah, because like it shows a scene of her holding it up to take the picture, and then it cuts to her taking the picture with it on a different like.
Yeah, it
Oh
doesn't
my
make any
God.
sense.
I didn't even pay any attention. Why would you do that? Why would you want to take more pictures to...
Is this a bad like jump cut?
You know what it is? I know what it is. I figured it out. During the movie, during the shoot, she was pretending to take pictures, and the guy, everything wraps up, and she's like,
Oh,
I want to see
yeah.
those pictures. And she's like, oh, shit, I didn't really take pictures.
Yeah.
Get back in there. I'll just take some of my phone real quick. Maybe because, he had to do that. But yeah, okay. I hated this scene so much because who does this? I am not taking pictures in a hot tub, seeing some guy
Oh yeah.
in the background, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I don't care, not my stalker. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm gonna love this jacuzzi.
He seemed to have left. Like she was just chilling. He was gone.
Yeah, no. I think any rational person, and maybe I only speak for myself, if I seen some creeper like 3 times my size, well, at least twice my size, off in the distance, I am not comfortable for the rest of that night until the sun comes up.
I would be going home.
Yes.
Could not imagine seeing someone in the background of a photo I've taken
Yeah.
and not freaking out.
Exactly. So, needless to say, she dies. Was she strangled too?
No, she has the best death out of all of them.
How?
Because she's the one who gets taken by Pooh and Piglet and then hog-tied and run over by the car.
Yes.
That was some good effects right there.
Hey.
Pooh sitting in the car revving the engine is the funniest thing in the world to
Okay.
me.
Yes. That is the little. That's a little cheesy. Okay, not gonna lie, a little campy, which is fine because the director did say he was going for camp. But maybe he's just saying that because
You ended up with it.
yes, because that's what happened with Eight-Legged Freaks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the movie was coming off way too corny, and they were trying to make a serious horror movie. Came off too corny, so they said we'll just make it a horror comedy, and they ran with it. So I'm wondering if this is like they got done with it and they're like, it was meant to be campy. So we were going for, guys.
I don't know. I feel like this movie was trying to be serious
Yeah, I
the
think so
whole
too.
time, and it did not.
That's why I'm thinking he's like, yeah, just do a little bit of camp in there, for good measure. So we all need laughs, right? But the scene where she's hogtied on the ground, getting ready for Pooh to run her over, Piglet walks up dragging this hammer, and it is so laughable. He is dragging this hammer like it is the heaviest
I was
fucking
thinking
thing.
the same thing.
He's like,
Hog tied on the ground waiting for Pooh. That's how I like my ladies.
so yeah, he's like dragging this hammer. I was like, what the fuck is this, Thor's hammer or something? Like, he cannot lift this thing. It is so damn heavy.
Yeah, then a second later, when he's using the hammer, it's just like, whoo!
I know.
Swinging it around like it nothing.
It's so good. But hey, you know what? I seen that look you had a little bit ago. The effects are not that bad. The gore effects are not that bad.
They're not that bad.
This is
They're not
less
that
than
good.
$100,000. Okay.
I was confused on like the head pop, when they finally revealed it to the other girls, it was just spurting out from the middle of the blood pile, not the body.
Yes. Oh my God. So this lady is on the ground and she is screaming for dear life for good reason. And like after her head squishes and all this revving happens and everything, like there's the two girls on the dock and like, did somebody just scream? Really? First of all, I know what it's like to be in the middle of the woods. You hear everything that happens. And I don't think
Plus,
they're too far from the cabin.
I was going to say they're on a dock, I'm assuming is the cabin's property. It can't be that far.
Yeah,
they
and
get
so
back quick.
There's all this revving and all this shit happening, and everybody's just like after everything goes down, even the people in the house or the cabin, whatever, are like, did somebody just scream? What is wrong with you? Huh?
They have tinnitus.
Yes, they all have tinnitus.
There's another part in the scene before where she's in the hot tub. She gets out and turns on like the shittiest little light to light the area up. And like the hot tub's running, isn't cutting out, doing fine. They have Christmas lights all around that are not anything. But this light is just flickering the whole time it's on, and it's the only one providing any actual light.
Yeah, that's the only one they can control on the inside with the light switch. You know, that's what's going on here. You know, you got to work within your means. From what I know, is he put the majority of time, efforts, and money into the gore scenes.
Oh yeah, I think that was good. Like
I didn't think
not
it was
the
bad.
not the computer graphics.
Well,
those
yeah,
were not good.
those are awful,
The other
but
stuff
they're
is okay.
fine. They're fine. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Like the props and stuff, with the exception of the chains.
Oh, the
There's
pool scene.
In the pool, and he's trying to hit her with the chains, and they could have cut away before it hit the water, but no. They show him pulling out of the water, and the chain is floating.
Yes. Oh my God, that is so good. I love that. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, those chains are not lethal. You're good. You are good.
Well, like if you watch when he's trying to swing them hard too, but they're so light, they're just kind of flopping into the water.
And the one thing I love about this is it's like I don't know what the hell they're called, but it's like a lap pool. Like, it's really skinny. It's very long, so you're going, back and this guy. This is Piglet, right? Or no?
Yeah, that was Piglet.
Piglet is chasing her, and she's running the long way for dear life. And of course, he catches her and kills her.
But he's also following her the long way, like menacingly.
I know. He could jump in at any point, or she could get out at any point. It's not that difficult. It is so horrible, but it's it's funny. So I don't know if this stuff was done on purpose. Maybe he really was bringing some camp.
Yeah.
Felt like it was trying to be too serious and it needed more of the
I
comedy.
don't know.
You think it was?
I just think he's trying to pump out movies.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And I'm all right with that. It's all right. Okay, I'm on your side. Just saying. Okay, but
I don't know if I am.
the one thing I think really kills this is if you're going for camp, maybe you should write some dialogue that kind of helps convey the camp.
Oh, you knew that they were not good at dialogue.
No.
Especially in the beginning when they're talking about their vow of silence to be more like animals and never speak again.
Yeah, because they didn't know what to write for him.
Yeah.
And they didn't want him to speak.
Yeah, kind of like...
Except he breaks it.
He does at the very end.
What did he say?
You left.
Oh, is that what he said?
I couldn't hear
I
what he
think-
said.
I think that's what
I
he
just
said.
heard like some grunties, and I was like, oh, whatever.
So, I don't know if you noticed it, but speaking of no dialogue, the main characters didn't get any real dialogue. Only some of the random side characters had the most dialogue.
Yes.
Like the weird rednecks in the truck and the tortured lady had the most dialogue. It felt like.
Yes. I really like the rednecks in the
Yeah,
truck.
they were the only believable characters
They
in the
were-
whole thing.
They were believable, and I'm glad they actually played good guys. I feel like in most movies, when you get characters that look like those guys, they're complete assholes.
Or they're part of it.
Yeah, and I actually was kind of like expecting something along those lines.
I wasn't sure. I thought it was going to go that way.
But yeah, and they're like, you picking on these girls? We're going to fuck you up. And I'm like, yeah, I like you.
On the opposite end of that, the tortured lady was the worst in the entire movie. I couldn't understand a word she said. I have no idea what was going on with her because I couldn't understand her at all.
Yeah. The tortured lady, when was she always there? Did she come in at? Where did she come in at?
Was she one of the other customers at the gas station?
Oh, that could have been. Oh, I was going to ask that. Was the hillbilly guys in the truck, was that the one guy at the gas station working or no?
I think it was.
Oh, it could have been.
Because I thought it was, but I wasn't gonna rewind to look. So I'm just like, I really thought it was. I don't imagine too many people are living within these parts. So I'm just like, yeah, he's the guy. He's the guy.
Yeah, Pooh ate them all.
I'm sure some of the female
That was so
actors
loud.
were probably used to other types of movies.
Wait, did you look him up?
No,
didn't look
I'm
him
just
up.
assuming. And a lot of these B movies.
I was gonna say I always assume in these B movies
Well, I do know he had a hard time finding actors because a lot of people
they
who
read
are,
the script.
Yeah, probably. Well, there probably wasn't a script to read. I think all he had was an idea.
No, Pooh, no.
She's my wife, Pooh.
Piglet.
Yeah, we used to be friends.
Easy to remember the lines. We know them all.
Yeah, but no, I think the thing is like, okay, first of all, I don't really think there's much of a script to go by, and I guess a lot of the people he was trying to get in were like, this is going to be garbage, and we want to be serious actors.
Oh.
So it was really hard to find people. So he found some people, and again, I'm glad that you're comfortable on camera. But what you had to do, you all failed. You all failed. Horrible. Because even Christopher Robin, when we get to that scene where he's in the shed, 3 girls run up there and pop the ropes off.
That was so stupid. Oh no, look at you're tied up. Let me rub my hands on your ropes.
Also,
Come on, guys.
I have a quick question. Wasn't he chained up?
Oh, shit.
And why did it make rope cutting sounds when he got loose?
Well, when they showed the far shot of them getting him down off the hook, it was rope.
Okay, I thought he
But
was
It
chained
might have
up.
started as change.
It-
and
yeah,
then
it-
switched
it
to
may have
ropes when they
started
rub
as
their
change.
hands on it. That's what happens.
I think you're right, because I do remember a lot of chain noises.
Yeah, I was just confused because I heard the rope sounds and I'm like, wait, wasn't he chained up? Oh well, it doesn't fucking matter at this point.
There was a moment, and I can't even remember what the hell was going on, but I remember laughing because he's hanging there. I think it's when he got whipped with Eeyore's tail, which,
Was
oh
that
my
Eeyore's
God,
tail?
I thought it was just some hair
Oh no!
with like some fucking rubber bands.
It was
that makes that
Eeyore's
scene
tail.
so much worse.
Yeah, it's awful. But yeah, he got whipped with Eeyore's tail. For some reason, he takes the skeleton and just puts it right next to him to keep him company or something. Dude, I
Oh,
was
wasn't that
dying.
his wife's skeleton?
Oh, was it?
That's what I thought. But
That's what I
don't
thought.
know.
Yeah,
I didn't put it together. I love that. It's
I like
so
how
good.
you got that it was Eeyore's tail.
Yeah.
but didn't catch that was his wife.
Nope, I did not catch it because after he was whipped with Eeyore's tail, his back is like, it is just like ripped up.
Yeah.
And then he gives him this blood shower. I'm just like, oh, you got so many diseases.
I was wondering about that. I was like, why is he giving him a blood shower? It's just to be more
Marinate.
fucked up. Oh God,
Maybe, I don't know.
Marinating
Sorry about that.
What'd you do to me?
it's marinating you.
You got pooed. oh, yeah. I don't want to forget this. I love this. The ladies go to his aid, get him down off the hook, and he falls to the ground. And then they hear something. I don't know. Maybe Piglet makes a snort or something. Or somebody screams. Somebody screams, and he's like, you must help them. I can't do it. And he seems so energized and not at all in pain. He's just sitting on the ground. He's like, go! And he's like screaming. I'm like, dude, you look fine. You are acting fine. You can go too. And,
Was he acting fine?
Well, yeah, no, he wasn't acting anything.
What's funny is that as far as the horror movie goes, that's probably like the smartest move. Like, oh, there's somebody else. Go save him.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
get
he
yourself
goes the
killed.
other
Well, I
way.
gotta go this way. I know the way out of here. Actually,
I'm surprised he didn't do that considering the ending. You'd have to rewatch the scene if you don't remember. All I know is the way he was acting was not right. It didn't fit. He's not
That ain't
good.
right.
It ain't right. It ain't right. The way he acting, that ain't right.
I guess I was just thinking, like, is it more whose fault is that? Is it him for being a bad actor or the bad writing?
I think,
A little bit of everything.
let me be pretentious here. I think it's not bad writing. I think that is bad acting and bad directing.
Yeah.
Because the director could have easily said, like, okay, you need to be more like this or do more like this, or hell, don't put him on camera. Have him say it off screen or something, or just kind of get a little of him in the corner. I don't know, but work around it somehow because he's not.
Well, they couldn't
good.
work around the floating chains.
Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
I wonder if they even noticed that.
it had a purpose. It was part of the charm.
The director's watching the scene go
Can I have-
down. He's like, yeah, that's hot. I love it when girls are being attacked with chains. Anyway, this is the director.
That's
Actually,
not
his
the
next movie after this was Attack of the Chains.
No, his next movies, by the way, are Winnie the Pooh 2, of course.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're gonna love this one. You're gonna love this
Winnie
one.
the Pooh 2.
Bambi, The Reckoning.
Oh, wait, he's making the Bambi movie? I heard about
yes,
that.
he's not. I don't think he's directing these, but he is the executive producer, I believe, on all these.
When I looked him up, he's also got like a Peter Pan horror movie.
Yes, like Peter Pan, like The Nightmare or something like that. It's like
Yeah.
something Nightmare. I don't know.
I like the idea of turning all these old fairy tales into horror movies.
Yeah.
Because weren't they supposed to be like scary tales kind of to begin with?
Yeah, I think a lot of these have been all like super glorified because of Disney.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a lot of them actually are darker tales to begin with. So I'm on board. I
like the idea of that. I just don't think the execution's all that
Oh
great.
God, I love the idea of Peter Pan. I feel like a lot could be done there. But Bambi, I feel like we're gonna get this, but a guy in like a really horrible deer mask. And like they're just like have a bloodlust for hunters or just anybody carrying a gun or something.
You can call me Flower, bitch.
Oh my!
You know, right
God,
now
I hope
he
he's
is
in there. And I
he is
hope he
gonna
says
watch. He is gonna watch this podcast, and he's just taking fucking notes. He's like, "Holy shit!"
that. Yeah, because I mean,
We'll be in your movie too.
Yeah, oh,
I'll be
yes,
Flower.
Absolutely.
I want to be Bambi.
I will be anything you want me
You're
to
the
be.
leading role.
Yeah.
bitch.
Oh my God, Mike as a leading role as Bambi would be amazing. I want to be the mom.
Actually, the mom's probably the best role because you get to exit out quickly.
Oh yeah, I want to get out as soon as possible. But I'll do a better job acting. I promise.
He'll be terrified.
Let's get back to
Talking about movies.
yes, the hillbillies in the truck. They show up to help the ladies, and I love how Winnie the Pooh is getting smacked with a sledgehammer to the head, to the legs. All this shit's going on. Of course, it's not really phasing him. Very Michael Myers-esque. And I feel like the straw that broke the camel's back is when he got hit in the head with the glass bottle. And it's just like, it's like the turning. He gets pissed. And then all the rage comes out.
I have a question. Was that his blood?
I think it is. And that annoys me, by the way. Because as we've learned from all the Predator movies, if it bleeds, it doesn't sound like we're going in a good direction with this saying. If it bleeds, we can kill it. I kind of feel that should be true here. They're
Speaking of
obviously
killing
getting
it,
hurt.
though, did they kill Piglet?
I think so. Which
Like-
was another thing in my note. How does this 80-pound girl move this like 300-plus pound piglet man guy to chain him up and then brutally bash him?
I thought you were going to say the hammer. I'm like, I don't think the hammer was that heavy. Although Piglet made it look that heavy.
Yeah, he really did. He
I feel
really
like you're being
did.
sexist.
Yeah, no.
She identifies as a man.
Piglet.
Oh, but to me, it seemed a little unbelievable because I don't think,
You don't think a woman could do it?
I don't think I could do
I mean,
it.
she did it.
That's pretty
really
close.
fucking fast because the other people were just running.
Yeah, but those stories of like an old man's working on his car, and then grandma comes over and lifts it off him when it falls
Oh,
because of the
talking
adrenaline.
about our grandma? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
No,
it's adrenaline, man.
I don't believe it.
The adrenals.
I don't adrenals?
Adrenals.
the glands.
She had glands. I saw her glands.
Grandma's got glands. No, I don't believe it. She has him chained up when we cut back to her, and she is torturing him with a sledgehammer, beating him up. And yeah, I think she does kill him.
It was a bit odd. She did have him chained up so fast that when it cut back, I thought she was the one chained up for a second.
But he wasn't
Yeah,
as big as Pooh Bear, or as tough. I think the thing was like everyone else was weaker, but Pooh was like he's like the main.
He's the man.
And he's got the power of honey, because like he ate the honey and then
He's
he
like
got
Popeye.
tougher. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I was
okay.
getting that too. He's like Popeye, but
Yeah.
with
So was that supposed to be honey dripping off his face in all those scenes?
not all the scenes.
I don't
Or was that
know.
supposed to be drool? I couldn't tell.
I feel like he was constantly excreting honey from every orifice.
Oh,
How many orifices did you see? Because I only saw one.
At every moment. Like, I'm talking like coming out of like his eye ducts and like his nose
His
and his
eye-
mouth
Yeah.
and his ear. He was dripping honey all the time. So I don't know if he's sloppy or if his body's rejecting the honey.
What?
You know,
What does that mean?
you know when you eat a food your body doesn't like and it just pushes it out everywhere.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why that reminded me of it, but I actually got mad at these scenes
Okay.
when they're in the house and he's outside. He's walking by and there's like a cloud of bees with him.
Oh!
I was like, okay, that's weird. But later, when they're on the road, he like brings his hand down and a swarm of bees comes in and kills something.
Yes. This
Where
actually
the
happens.
fuck did that come from?
I don't know why he has the power of bees on his side. That was the worst, and it was the worst CG. And all they are dots, and it's horrible.
I did not understand where that came from at all.
His body was rejecting the bees.
Ah.
So
Yes, his body was rejecting the bees. I do not know what that was, and it was awful. That honestly,
it was real bad.
you did not need that. You should have kept that out 100%. There is such a passage of time here. You could have left at any moment,
Yeah,
anytime.
when they all just hung out behind a barrel 20 feet away while a tortured lady was getting killed.
Yes, you're not attached to this lady. You don't know her. She's already dead.
She's clearly lost it and is out there swinging a gun around. Just leave her.
Oh my
Just run.
God, I know, and they're like so quick to just, all right, guess you're taking our gun. Oh, that lady was freaking me out. If she took the gun, I'm out. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
But let's get back to these rednecks.
Yes. So the face.
The whole goal is to just drive it away from the redneck scene now.
The face rip, the way he takes him down is pretty good. Look, the gore
That
is
was-
fine.
Like the sledgehammer hit earlier in the pool. I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah,
But
no.
like that and the face rip are probably the best like gore scenes.
There are decent gore scenes, okay? I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to discredit it, even if the rest of the movie's bad. But these guys die. They get out of there in this truck. And, of course, as is usual, Pooh gets out of the back of the truck, climbs in. At any moment, I'm like, take a sharp turn. Hit the brakes. Do something. And they're doing nothing.
I don't know why he didn't try to get in through the bed
that
window
was
thing.
the funniest thing when he's like just sideways looking in the window and
Okay,
He's got to
change the
climb
music.
to the windshield to try to
He's
break
not
it.
I
He's fine.
have
He's a
an
bear.
answer for. He's a bear. He's a bear man.
He doesn't know how windows
He's
work.
barely a man. Okay, he doesn't know truck windows and truck
He can
anatomy.
like pick people up
He
with
doesn't-
one hand.
He doesn't know
and-
trucks. It's like 5 scenes earlier, he's running someone over with a car.
Yeah, a car, not a truck.
Fair.
Okay,
Got me.
But yeah, I this whole scene, I'm like, this is dumb as shit. But they did surprise me when they did hit the brakes at like way long down the road.
They
Way long.
Literally down the
way
road.
way down the road.
Yes.
I hated this. They hit the brakes. He goes flying off. They didn't hit anything. They just hit the brakes.
Yes.
They get out of that and they're just bloodied and beat to shit.
Nobody
like they just
had
had
a safety belt on, Michael.
You're telling me you think hitting the brakes would just fuck them up like that?
Maybe.
I think because in that country they drive on the other side of the road.
Oh.
So
the physics.
yeah.
Yeah. The
It's
physics of it.
different.
It
It's
makes
like
it more dangerous.
Water's going the wrong way.
Yeah,
you
it's-
know, you got to take all this into consideration.
That's why we on the other side for safety.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we on the left side, we'll crash. 'cause
Yeah,
other people will be
no,
coming.
on that side of the road, if you hit your brakes, it'll just break your nose immediately.
Yes.
It's well known.
Yeah, of course.
Apparently.
you know.
But no, like, because they even show the front of the truck at a later point. All they did was hit the brakes, and they looked like they just crashed the truck at like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, that is true. What? I was really excited and completely forgot, by the way, at this point, when Christopher Robin shows up and he pins Pooh. He pins Pooh between the two vehicles. And I don't know as if you think that it's over. Because I didn't think it was. You knew something
It's a
else was
whole-
going to happen.
It's a horror movie. They've already been showing him to be like Michael Myers. You knew at no point was Pooh done for this.
Yeah. The Pooh was not
Pooh
done
keeps
yet.
coming.
He does. But here's the thing, like, and this is what I hate, because he is bloody. He is getting bloodied up. But no matter how beaten he's getting or smashed between things, nothing's flattening, nothing's
As
breaking.
long as he has a little smack roll of honey, yeah, he's okay.
That would like he reaches in like a utility belt and like shoots up some honey and he's good. He's all right.
They should have had a scene where he
Pooh's
had
out there.
like a rubber band. Honey.
Yes.
I mean,
Oh.
they had a scene of him like exercising on a bike.
Yeah, that was for electricity.
Yeah, I was like, I was thinking, how's Pooh sitting there being such a fat boy if he's got to pedal that bike to power all his like that like wood chipper he put the first girl into. That has to take a fuck ton of pedaling to power.
That was muscle.
It was muscle.
He had like a 38 pack.
Oh man, yeah.
Got a whole keg.
Whew, but yeah, he slits one of the girls' throats at the end because there's still two girls. At one point, one
I lost track of which one was the main character.
I
like
don't know.
the main girl. Was that her? Was that the stalked one?
I think so. I have no idea. I'm keeping track of nobody. All I know is that it's not the girl with the boobs. It's neither.
I know that.
It's neither of the boob girls.
Pretty sure she had some.
It's not.
I mean, we can't confirm,
The girl
but
without the boobs.
Okay, she may have had something, but it wasn't none of the main boob girls. It wasn't the first one in the chipper. It wasn't the one in the jacuzzi because they both died. This is a different boob girl. Boob girl number 3. That's her credit on the credits.
Credit on the credits.
Credit on credit.
Credit on credit action going on.
That was her title on the credits. Is that better?
A title on the title, credit on credits.
Yeah. Yeah, so Pooh is great. He kills the he kills the other girl because he uses his bear strength. He's like, I don't forget these cars. I don't need them. And then he kills the last girl. And of course, Christopher Robin doing what Christopher Robin does. No, Pooh, we used to be friends. Why are you doing this? And like he kills her, and he's just like, oh shit! And he just runs. He just leaves. He
could have done that at any point.
I know. And yeah,
Like,
so,
let's be real. He could have just run off right away as soon as Pooh had her.
yeah, it's amazing. Okay, look, that's the end of the movie, but I do want to say
No, realistically though, that's something I want to point out. That is just the end of the movie.
yeah.
Like Pooh is standing there. He's like, "No, don't do it." He does it, and he turns around and runs, and the movie just fades to black.
That's it.
That's the actual end. Like,
I am speechless.
I was speechless when it just ended that way.
Mike's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It felt like they ran out of money and couldn't finish the movie, so like that's a good enough point to end it.
Here's the deal. He didn't know how to end it because there was no script.
Yeah.
He's like, here's how it's going to open. Winnie the Pooh's going to be the killer, and there's going to be some murders.
That's how much money we have? That's how much time we have.
Yes.
How many boobs we need?
That's going to be the movie.
I think that's legitly it. I think they were working from an idea, and that's
Yeah.
it.
And the idea was just make a horror movie out of, free stuff.
Yeah, and all right. I like that. I like that.
I actually
okay?
do kind of I like that. Like,
I want to make a movie with free stuff. I have to give them credit, even aside from the gore, the production value, like the cinematography and the imagery, all that stuff is actually really good. Movie quality, production quality, I will give you that. And the gore, okay, 2 for 2. But there's a lot of other stuff on this checklist.
Like everything else.
Like everything else. Acting, plot, dialogue.
so here's the real question, though. Now they have so much money to make the next one. Do you think it's going to actually be good?
Nope. However, I am going to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it. I have to now. I'm invested, unfortunately. But so in his interview, the other producer he's working with said for the second one, he thinks they should have 100 kills. And the director, this Reese guy, is like, I don't think that's really possible. But the other guy was pushing for 100 kills.
At one point, it's going to be like the same thing with like 6 people, but he's going to step on like an ant farm. It's like, oh no, there was 94 ants in there.
I kind of thought like it's possible, yeah, because like maybe he's leaving a hospital and like the nurse walks by and is like, oh my god, at the moment we are booked. We have like 97 people in here, and I was like,
Yeah, it's got to be something like that. A
Like-
party bus just packed with people, goes off a
Yes.
cliff or
Plane will
something.
crash.
yeah, exactly. Like honestly, that'd be pretty funny. I like that. But I like what he's doing. I like the passion. I would be proud of this. And hey, you know what? Good
I'm
on
shocked
you.
He's made
The passion
so many
of the
movies.
rise. Reese.
I was like,
Right,
what are you getting at?
Reese.
The first one almost sounded like a
it's a
racist
stretch,
movie.
but I'm trying.
Passion of the Race.
Let's rate this. Unless you guys have anything else to say. We are absolutely
No.
All right. I want to go first. I'm excited, and I feel like I liked it the most, but I probably have one of the lower ratings, I bet you. I am going to give this 1.5 beaten piglets. I think that the concept is there. I think I don't know all these people who can't make it through this movie. Let me get something straight here. If you're going into a movie called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and you expect something more than this, you are out of your mind.
But I think that's kind of the whole point. Is they draw so many people in because it's Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
It's a curiosity. Most people are going to be like, watch a little bit of it and be like, I've had enough. Okay, I got what I wanted out of this. I'm gone.
And that's probably true, but I mean, I've seen way worse movies. It's not great, but I've seen worse. And so I'm going to give it 1.5 beaten piglets, and I give them some credit. I just wish I don't really know much about the original story from 1926, but I wish there was more source material, because honestly, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet to me could have been guys in masks. Like, legitly, even in the movie, just like some backwoods hillbillies terrorizing, and it would have been the same damn thing. The opening story doesn't really do it any justice that it's Winnie the Pooh. But anyway, so yes, 1.5. Mike.
Oh, God, I'm next.
Yes. What are you going to give Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
I'm kind of on the fence because I'm comparing it to the last movie we watched, which, while I didn't think was bad, honestly wasn't that much better than this.
Agreed.
Okay. How do you think of what we watched last?
Yeah, it was the Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
Like, it felt like the Five Nights at Freddy's could have been this with just a few mistakes.
Yeah, I think so. And I think production-wise, looks...
Yeah,
they're on par.
Yeah, this was more entertaining. Stuff happened in this movie.
That's true.
At least.
I was going to give it a 1 because I wanted to say I'm going to give it 1 bullet out of 5.
Oh!
Because, but I think I got to match you with the 1.5.
Okay. Russell?
We might be in agreement here.
Oh.
Really?
Is this a three-way?
1.5 boobs.
Aw, 1.5 boobs. All right, 1.5 across the board. There's no reason why they should be shut off halfway. If you're going to watch it, commit. All right, you know what? That's going to be it for this episode. Join us probably 2 weeks from whenever this one's out. This is not working.
Join us. It's Winnie the Pooh.
I
Do you have a stalker?
I don't. Oh my God! Let me get my gun.